900, Nifty, SGX is indicating it could be 18,000 plus. Who's going to be calling the shots today? It's clearly the bulls. Nooresh, we have seen bit of an arm wrestling in last couple of days between the bulls and the bears. Looks like the battle finally, or the puck finally has moved with the bulls.
So very clearly, right from the start of April, so we saw that March end selling, and post that, say from 29th, 30th March, it has been bulls all the way. So we've gone up more than 1,000 points. We've gone up almost 8 to 10% in the small cap index as well. The mid caps have also done well. So it is not something where it is just the heavyweights, it's across the board. So that's the kind of momentum you need to break out resistance levels. And we've taken out 17,800, 850, and next we go towards 18,200. And once that crosses, we get into a much stronger uptrend, which is where we go all the way to 18,600, 18,800 also. And the way to play a trend is to continue to stay with the trend, keep your trailing stop losses and ride it on, because markets has a tendency to surprise on the upside as well. So overall, the view remains positive. And with the new expiry, I would expect more stock specific action even on the derivative names as well.
ब्रेकआउट तो हो गया अब
No, actually, you were talking about arm wrestling. I thought it was finger wrestling because the Bears did not had any power in the last 1 month or so. I think except for that 200-point correction or a blip in between last week or so. I think other than that, it was all through the way bulls for the April expiry.
No, but Kunal, 17,800, 17,900 in a sense is where you've gone again and again and you've come down. This was the first time you've gone past that mark with a thud. Global cues are strong, crude is down, dollar index is supportive, FIs are buying. So all the ingredients in the melting pot are saying that finally khichdi pak chuki hai.
Well, yes, absolutely. And all the hurdles which you said, so for example, 17,800, these are pit stops for the markets. Now, for example, the next level which you're looking out for is 18,200, which could be the next pit stop for the indices. And once we come closer to that 18,200 mark, I think we are going to spend some time on the indices over there. So we won't be surprised that the markets actually consolidate for a week or so at the 18,200 mark. But with every rise on the index, with every new pit stop of the hurdles the markets are coming closer to or breaking past, there is a sort of encouraging data points every time. So whether it's crude oil prices dropping by, equities across the globe, for example, yesterday the Dow Jones recovered quite smartly, about more than 500 points. So when you have such encouraging data points, it's just going to add more fuel to the rally. So I think all in all, the view remains to be bullish. 18,200 would be the next levels on the upside.
Kunal, I'm also curious to talk to you about the Bank Nifty, because the leadership so far, when IT was not working, autos caught up on the later end. It was the Bank Nifty which was doing all the heavy lifting, and that too SBI is still not out of the results. 43,000 odd, 8.5%, 9% gain in this series. What's the outlook there on levels to watch out for? Are we getting into a resistance zone, or we can't say it right yet?
So I'll talk of two aspects. One is Bank Nifty, banking stocks, auto and real estate. When these three sectors, when they make a strong comeback, when they lead the rally, we say that it's a risk-on move from the markets, because these are the three sectors which tend to perform exceptionally well when there is a sudden change of risk appetite from investors. The other way to look out for is that one of the major reasons for Bank Nifty moving up higher this time around and showing signs of outperformance is you have the likes of PSU banks as well as the large cap private sector banks. Now look at the performance of HDFC Bank, for example, this series. Kotak Bank, which has been a big surprise in terms of the returns for the stock in last 1 month as compared to maybe the last 1 year or so. The stock seems to have come into its own shape this time around. So I think a lot of addition towards the banking stocks, which has managed to not just lead the move on the robust side, but it's been more stronger as well as more durable for the indices. So I think it's just going to get better. Hopefully, if the other private sector banks also tend to participate, and assuming if SBI also delivers some good results and probably the stock breaks past about the 600 mark, we are going to see much more higher levels for the Bank Nifty as well.
All right, that's Kunal sharing his views on the Nifty Bank, but let's nail it down to those individual stock strategies. And you're looking at large caps clearly, Kunal?
Tilt towards large cap names, specifically Reliance Industries, a stock which has been a lot more silent. I think it's time that the stock can also start to participate. So what's bet on Reliance Industries from current levels, 2450 as a target, stop loss at 2340. And the second would be a buy on Glenmark Pharma, something which has done exceptionally well. The stock has crossed the 550 mark yesterday. Would expect a continuation up move for the stock. 566 as an immediate target, stop loss at 540.
All right, and two buy recommendations from your stable as well. Nooresh, let's find out what's on your radar.
So first is a buy on L&T. Continue to like the stock. The stock has shown a lot of relative strength and is waiting for that breakout move into an all-time high. Good enough base done. If you look at the other names in the capital goods space, we recently saw Siemens hit a new high in the last couple of days. Expecting L&T to actually get into a sharper momentum in the next few sessions. A minimum target price of 2,500 and the stop loss at 2,250. Second is a buy on Apollo Hospitals, which is a structural trade shaping up after a year and a half of consolidation. The stock has been contracting in a tighter range, a classical contraction pattern, triangle formation, which has a breakout of 4,500. Buying at current levels makes it a good risk reward. An initial target price would be 4,900. Later on, it will go all the way to 5,500, 5,800. So looks like a good risk reward trade here with a short to medium term view.
Let's talk about the big